have been here since the day one of the AltCity story. This is a day our startups have been anticipating for many weeks now. The Bootcamp program was born out of the need to generate projects that will fuel the knowledge economy and feed the pipeline of investors in line with Circular 331. 2015 could not have been a more spectacular pilot year for the program. A highlight was last week when the entire AltCity Bootcamp team felt the pride similar to that of parents when they see their children making their first baby steps, when Re-Able went on stage to collect their first prize in the BDL Accelerate Startup Competition. Another one almost made it to the top 5. And what's amazing is that they were all competing against teams that had substantially more experience, investment, and some that had been in the market for years. So in 2015, 172 entrepreneurs came to us and said, guys, I have a startup idea, but I'm not sure where to start. Out of those selected, we trained 102 on the lean startup methodology, and 20 of them received funding. So the ones that we coached, we taught them about problem formulation, value proposition, customer segmentation. We asked them to get out of the building as fast as possible, to get early customer feedback and realign their value proposition with customers' pain points. The lean startup methodology streamlined their work. It saved them a month of unnecessary work and definitely thousands of dollars. The 100 entrepreneurs that were trained over 3 cycles, each comprised of 5 to 6 weeks, and we carefully selected 13 teams out of them to pitch in front of you today. More are still working on their startups and will hopefully join us at the upcoming demo days. So our first 2 bootcamp cycles launched before Speed Accelerator and some other early stage investment funds were online. And so we had to be creative, and with the support of Al Mawarid Bank, we secured financing for 8 out of them, an investment of $25,000 per team. This is something that stopped as of the 3rd cycle of bootcamp, and that we will not be doing moving forwards. Now, what's amazing is that most of these teams are already generating early revenue, have customers, and they've done that in a matter of weeks with 0 investment. And this is part of the magic of the lean startup process. So the culmination of the bootcamp program is today. It's Demo Day. This is a marketplace where early stage startups meet investors, and we're inviting you as investors to get to meet them, to learn more about what is it they've been working on, and to get engaged with us as the bootcamp program. We're inviting you to come into our training programs, meet the teams, and help us build the pipeline that will feed into your investments and your accelerators. So today is an important day for the teams. It's definitely an important day for us, but the importance of today goes well beyond us and them. Their stories, the stories you will hear shortly, send a powerful message to every person that is or has been disappointed by Lebanon. It's a message that says, Lebanon today has a new value proposition. Lebanon is inviting you to climb the socioeconomic ladder and achieve your ambitions. And you may do so armed only with the sheer force of your will, your hard work, and the support of the bootcamp team. No wasta required. Woo! And this is new, this is historic, and this is what we are all part of today. Now there is more. In the last few weeks, we have seen all our bootcamp teams help each other and work on their pitch development. We have seen 13 teams become one team. And through this peer-to-peer network that has been forming, we saw magic. That same magic that has been at the core of the AltCity story from day one. This is worth mentioning. So 4 years ago, we dared to dream, and we dared to dream big. We made a bet and we said we were going to build one of Lebanon's most innovative innovation centers, a place that would be inspiring enough to convince us not to leave Lebanon. Now bear in mind, this was pre-Circular 331, and at a time where an event on entrepreneurship would not draw 100 people into the room. Its driving force was the fact that great people and great interactions create magic. And magic it did create. Over the last 4 years, we've been running workshops, meetings, events, thousands of other community-driven events at an average of 10 events per week. Many ideas were born in this place. And we were very happy to see last week 10 members of our AltCity family be selected as part of the top 20 Lebanese entrepreneurs of 3 of which were bootcamp teams. And we will be seeing much more initiatives coming out of AltCity in the coming few years. We have some amazing developments we'd like to share with you. Meet Startup Campus. That's a university competition we're going to be running with amazing partners like UNICEF, UK Lebanon Tech Hub, AUB, and many others we're finalizing. This will connect research and students to the startup world and will further strengthen our national footprint and bringing the prospects of entrepreneurship closer to the minds of the students in Lebanon. The Arab Mobile Challenge, we're forming a strategic partnership with the Arab Mobile Challenge to work across 22 Arab countries and align the startups that come out of these countries with Circular 331 and the Lebanese ecosystem. And AltCity, the ecosystem has been growing, the tech scene has been growing in Lebanon, and we have been part of that growth. Today, we're making our boldest move to date. By mid-year, AltCity will be growing out of its current physical space in Hamra and will join forces with one of Lebanon's most innovative companies to launch Lebanon's next innovation hub. The way this is looking, this will certainly be the next big chapter of Lebanon's knowledge economy. Stay tuned. Thank you. I'd like to invite Theo Khouri, the Bootcamp program manager and one of the main soldiers at the forefront of building the next generation of companies.
Hello everyone, thank you for coming. I'm just going to talk about myself for 30 minutes and then this day is definitely for the startups. I'm really proud of these guys, the amount of effort they put in, the amount of work, and the amount of improvement has nothing been spectacular. And I hope you will be as proud of them as I am. And without further ado, let me introduce the first team. This team was the first team, part of the first teams that came into Bootcamp. And they grew a lot since then, and they grew as part of the godfathers of the rest of the teams with all their experience and their support. So I would like to welcome Danny Dugmush on stage.